Hi, my name is Jennifer Clark and welcome to the Zen or Mobile Yoga YouTube channel. Today we're going to be doing some chair yoga. I've had a lot of requests from students to do a chair yoga sequence, some that may have injuries or just need a gentler form of practice. So to do this, you will obviously need a chair, preferably a sturdy chair with a little bit of cushion or to no cushion on the top of the chair. Folding chairs work best. And then also 1 or 2 blocks, and remember you can use thick books. You didn't know what to do with those phone books before, now you know you can save them for yoga. And also a yoga strap or a long necktie. And I will see you on the mat, or the chair in this case. All right, so today for doing our chair yoga, we're going to start in a Tadasana position. So sitting at the edge of the chair, you can have the hands face down on the thighs, or you can have a more relaxing gesture of putting your palms facing the ceiling. Go ahead and close your eyes. We're going to take a few breaths here and set an intention for our practice today. So with the belly soft, begin to inhale. Exhale through the nose. Continue to breathe without forcing the breath, allowing it to come and go on its own. Relaxing all the muscles in the face. And setting an intention today to keep an open mind. Get rid of any judgments for yourself or expectations. And just plan on discovering something new about your body today. Take one more breath here. And on your next exhalation, you can slowly begin to blink the eyes open. And we're going to start by taking some deep breaths in and stretching the arms. So inhale, reach the arms up. And as you exhale, bend at the elbows, coming into cactus arms. Stretching the shoulders open, bringing the palms together. Inhale, reach up. Again, exhale, open the arms. Inhale, palms together, reach up one last time here. Exhale, open the arms, lift the chest towards the ceiling. Feel a stretch and opening in the shoulders. Bring the palms together, hands back down to the mat. We're going to warm up the legs by doing a seated pigeon pose. So be sure that the knee is over the ankle, and the right ankle is going to come on top of the left knee. Just do the best you can here. If you need to lift your feet a little bit, remember you have your blocks or your books to do that. We want to make sure that the lap or the upper leg bones are parallel to the floor. So we don't want the knee to be too high, we don't want the knee to be too low. We want to be nice and aligned, and we can do that just fine in a chair. So if you need the block, use the block. Ankle to the knee. You might already feel a stretch here, and if you do, just take a few breaths. If you feel you can fold forward, then inhale, lengthen through the crown of the head, as if somebody's pulling a string through the top of your head. And as you exhale, hinge forward. You probably feel a deep stretch in the leg and the butt. That's the piriformis muscle. Keep the shoulders away from the ears as we do this. Also keep the right foot flexed. Now we're going to take 3 really good breaths here. This is opening the hips. On your next exhalation, go ahead and come up. Release the leg. We'll do the other side. So left ankle to the right knee. And then same thing. You might notice that the legs feel different. One leg might be tighter than the other. That's completely normal. So stay here and take a few breaths with the foot flexed, or inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hinge forward at these hip creases. And even if it feels really tight, just use your breath to loosen up the areas that you're feeling the tension in. That's what will lengthen the muscle. It'll lengthen from the middle or the belly of the muscle instead of the ends of the muscle, which could cause tearing. Take a few breaths here. You can do this anytime you're sitting down. It'll help with any lower back pain as well. On your next exhalation, slowly come up. If you're not up already, bring both feet back down to the floor. And then we're going to put our hands on our lap or our knees, depending on how long your legs are. And we're going to do our cat stretches this way. So our Betalasana, which we would normally do on our knees, but we're going to do it this way. So as you exhale, you're going to round the back, bring the shoulders together. Use your knees to help you pull and arch the back. Drop your head. And as you inhale, lean forward, lifting the chest. Lift the chin. Exhale, round the back. We're going to do this a few times, and you're going to do it with the pace of your own breath. So if it feels good to stay here for a couple breaths, go ahead and do that. Just be sure that you're breathing as you're going back and forth. You can go as fast or as slow as you want. We're keeping the spine supple here. One more. So finish up where you are and then come back to center. Keep the hands where they are. Draw the shoulder blades together and down towards the tailbone. We're going to warm up the neck. So look over the right shoulder. We're only moving the neck and the head here. Keep the chin to the chest and roll the chin until you reach the other shoulder and you're looking over the left shoulder. And we're going to go back and do this a few times. We'll do one more roll. And then wherever you end up, bring your head back to center. Good. We're going to do a twist and then get down to some business. So instead of having the legs straight forward, we're going to have the legs off the side of the chair. Again, bring your blocks with you if you need the blocks to keep the legs at a 90-degree angle. We're going to take our hands and move to the back of the chair. You can't see me, but just listen to my instructions and follow me that way. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, soften, and you should feel a twist here in the torso. Keep the belly soft. Maybe a stretch in the hip or the lower back. Keep the chest lifted up towards the ceiling. So sternum is lifted. Shoulders are away from the ears. Inhale, nice deep breath, and as you exhale, soften. Take one more breath here. Keep both feet planted on the mat, like there's 4 corners on each foot. You want to keep all 4 corners on the mat as you twist. And on your next exhalation, you can come back to center. And we're going to do it on the other side. So be sure your legs are directly off the side of the chair. Take your hands, grab the back of the chair. Inhale, lengthen. So get those ribs far away from the pelvis. Exhale, soften, coming into a twist. So even if your twist is only this far, I mean, you don't have to be facing the back of the chair. Go, just listen to your body. Go as far as your body will let you. That's very important. Don't overstretch. It shouldn't hurt. Yoga shouldn't hurt. We need to take our ego out of our practice. And even if we want to be facing the back of the chair, that doesn't mean that's where we're supposed to be. Take one more breath, lengthen. Chest is lifted, exhale, soften. Remember, keep the feet planted. And then on your next exhalation, go ahead and come back to center. So release the twist and then bring the feet back. Okay, now that we are back to center, we're going to do some side stretches. So take your left hand and grab the side of the chair. The right arm is going to come up and use the left hand for balance and support as you lean to the left, feeling a stretch in the right side of the body. And then go ahead and do the other side. Right hand comes down, left arm up, leaning to the right. One more time. Inhale, up. Exhale, soften and lean. Inhale, up. Exhale, lean. Keep the chest lifted. And then come back to center. We're going to start with some warriors. We're going to do warrior 1, warrior 2, and then a side angle stretch. So to do that, we want to take our right foot, pointing the toes away from us, so 90 degrees away from us. The left leg, we're going to stretch out behind us. So just lengthen the left leg. Good. Now if you end up just opening the hips a little bit, that'll work too. Use your blocks where you need to if you need to lift this front leg. Inhale, reach the arms up. So the point here is to open the hips, okay? You're also you're pressing the feet, so you're using the muscles in the legs as well. You're just using the chair for support. Arms are nice and straight, shoulders are away from the ears. You might be feeling a stretch here. You might be feeling your quadriceps start to shake because you're using the muscles. We're going to inhale and lift. And as we exhale, we're keeping the legs where they are. We're just opening the arms out to the sides. So left fingertips are away from you. Just take a look, make sure your arm isn't all over the place. And then gaze off that middle finger of the right hand. The shoulder blades are drawn together and down here. Good. Take one more breath. You can do it, even if your legs are getting shaky, they're screaming at you. On your next exhalation, take the right forearm and put it down to the right knee. The left arm is going to come up and over, so we're coming into a side angle pose here. Pressing with this left heel into the ground, and then the left fingertips are reaching forward. So you should be feeling a stretch in the left side of the body. Keep the chest open. Take one more breath here. And then exhale, come back to center. We'll relax the legs for a minute. That's a lot of work. So come back to center. You can shake the legs off. Inhale, swoop the arms up. Still on the edge of your chair. We're going to exhale and fold forward. So coming into a forward fold here, drop the head. Inhale, come halfway up, so up to the knees, open the chest. Exhale, fold forward. And then inhale, come back up with the hands on the lap. Good. We're going to do the other side. And I promise this will be the hardest part of the practice today. Unless you want it to be harder, leave me some comments. I could do a harder chair yoga class for sure. So go ahead and move that left foot off the left side of your chair. Toes are pointing straight. Right leg is back, nice and straight. Kick your strap out of the way. Good. So the foot is going to be as flat as it can be. You know, if you have to bring your leg out to the side, like I said, go ahead and do that. We all have a different range of motion. Inhale, swoop the arms up. We're coming into warrior 1 here. Exhale, soften the shoulders. You're using your muscles in the legs here. This is what will help you. Use your breath to help you balance. Use your breath to help you get through the tough parts of the pose. You're lengthening and strengthening your muscles and your bones right now. Relax the tongue away from the roof of the mouth. Keep the belly soft. We're going to take one more breath here. Even your arms are probably getting tired. We are going to stretch those again. Inhale, lift. Exhale, open. And also you can come out of it at any time and come back to Tadasana and rest. So check that back arm. Get that chest open. Gaze off the index finger off the left hand. Take a couple of breaths. Remember, feet are pressing. On your next exhalation, take the left forearm and bring it to the left knee. Right arm up and over, coming into our side angle here. Twisting open. You can use that left elbow to kind of resist on the leg and help you open up the chest. Take one more breath here. Pressing the right heel and reaching out through the fingertips. As you exhale, come back to center. Nice job. Shake the legs out a little bit. Good. We're going to grab the strap or the tie or whatever you're using for a strap today. And then we're going to take that strap and put it over the arch of the right foot, okay? And we're going to hold that, so we're still at the edge of our chair. This is important to keep the posture that we need. And we're going to do a little bit of engaging of the belly here, which will help. We don't want to compromise and hurt our back doing this. So use your right hand to grab whatever is holding your right foot. The left leg is going to be bent 90-degree angle at the knee. Draw the shoulder blades together and down. And then we're going to engage the lower belly and begin to lift the right foot off the ground. It doesn't have to be high, and maybe you don't even lift it today at all. Maybe you just engage the muscles. Keep the right foot flexed as you lift. The strap is not a crutch. It is just for assistance. And then we're going to bring the left arm out in front of us. So working on our balance, strengthening the abdominals, stretching the leg as well. Take another breath here. Exhale and release. And then we'll do the other side. Left foot goes in the strap. Get the right knee over the ankle. Grab the strap with the left hand. Straighten the left leg. Keep the left foot flexed and begin to lift. Right arm comes out in front of you. Engage the lower belly. So bring the navel to the spine. Take a couple of breaths. Make sure you're not crunching the shoulders or rounding the back. Shoulder blades together and down. And listen to your body. Take one more breath here. I know I said that already, but I tricked you. Go ahead and lower. Nice and slow. Nice job. You can put the strap off to the side for now. We're going to hug these knees. So bring the right knee up to the chest and then the left knee. Doesn't matter how high it goes. And then we're going to take a long stretch. So straighten the legs. You're still at the edge of your chair. Bring the arms up and lean back. Exhale, come back down to center. Good. And we're just going to bring the hands together and rest here in Tadasana for a few breaths. Kind of recheck into our bodies, see where our breath is, see how we feel. And maybe in your head you're cursing me out. Or maybe you're really enjoying this practice. Either way, either feeling is good. Just notice without judgment what you're thinking and feeling right now. Feeling the beat of the heart. I'll take one more breath. Slowly open the eyes. Rest the hands, and we are going to do a couple of standing things here. Okay, so we are going to stand to do our downward facing dog, and we're also going to do a balancing pose, which is amazing for keeping the bones strong, which will help prevent or slow down osteoporosis. You can keep your chair exactly where it is and just follow along. I'm going to move the chair so you can see me better. And actually, if you're not on a sticky mat, you might want to, I did a tutorial on doing the standing downward dog, and it does include pushing the chair up to the wall, just in case, just for stability. So when you're ready, go ahead and keep your feet nice and straight. The hands are going to be touching the edge of the chair. And to get into our standing down dog, or our puppy, or our chair down dog, just begin to walk the legs back. So there's a couple things that could stop you here first. Your hamstrings, maybe even the outer muscle of the leg will tell you that's as far as you're going today. Wherever or however far you can bring your legs back, do that. And then begin to shift the hips back and lower the spine. Lower the chest towards the mat. You don't have to come down this far, but if you're pressing into the chair and shifting the hips back, you should feel a nice strength, lengthening in the spine. And that's what we're looking for. Take a couple of breaths. And if you do watch the tutorial on the standing down dog or the chair down dog, you'll see that you can also turn the chair around and get a little bit lower when you're ready. Take one more breath. And then go ahead and bend the knees just a little bit, pressing the feet so we can safely stand up and walk the feet forward. We're going to do our Vrikshasana or tree pose from here as well. So take the left hand, use the chair for support. Make the left leg nice and strong, shifting all of your weight into that left leg. The foot is pressing all four corners into the mat, and then begin to lift that right heel. We want to have a nice straight spine, lengthening through the crown of the head so we're standing nice and tall. If you feel good here with your heel lifted, if you feel you could go a little bit further, then go ahead and do that. You can bring the heel up higher and bring that foot to the inner thigh. So you notice that makes my hip swing out there. We don't want that. We want to lift. So press that outer thigh to the inner thigh and then bring your hands up. If you have a focus point here, it'll help you balance. Use your breath to help you balance. If your arms are tired from being up, you can also take your hand to the center of the heart. Take one more breath here. And then go ahead and close the knee and slowly come out of it. Coming out of the poses is just as important as getting into them safely. And then we'll go ahead and do the other side. I'll move my chair for the sake of being able to see me. But you can just go ahead and turn around and listen to my voice. Right hand is going to be on the chair. Right leg is nice and strong. Shift all of your weight to the right leg, hugging the bones with the muscles, pressing the ball mound of the big toe into the mat. That will engage and ground the hip, so we are using our skeleton as part of our core to help us balance. Lift the left heel, and you will lift the knee as well. If you feel you're good and you can go a little bit higher, go ahead and bring that foot up. Remember, you can stay right down here, and I will stay down there with you on this side. Go ahead and open the knee. The eyes can stay opened or closed, it's up to you. When you're ready, go ahead and bring that left arm up, and you're doing your tree pose here. Right quad should be engaged, so really make sure those muscles in the right leg are nice and strong. Take a few breaths here, shoulders relaxed away from the ears. Neck is nice and long, no compression in the neck. Have a nice soft gaze to help you focus inward. You can have your arm down if your arm is tired. Next exhalation, close the knee. Bring the left foot back to the floor, and you can shake your leg off a little bit, your legs off a little bit, and we're going to come back down to a seated position. So being back in our seated position, we're gonna just go ahead and cool off now. We're gonna stretch the arms a little bit. So be sure that your feet are always lined up, even if we're working on the arms, which we're gonna do now. Inhale, reach the arms up. Bend at the elbows. We're gonna take the right elbow and put it over the left. And then we're gonna twist the arms up. They don't have to be touching, your palms don't have to be touching. The back of the hands can also touch. So wherever your arms stop wrapping, that's good. That's just fine. Draw the shoulder blades together and down. And then be sure you stay where you are. I'm just showing you for the sake of showing you that the hands need to be away from the face and the elbow should be at a 90-degree angle. So we're not in like this, everything is open. We're resisting the hands away from the shoulders and the shoulder blades are drawing towards each other and down towards the tailbone. So you should feel a nice stretch in the shoulders if you're doing that. From here, you can add the legs. You can just cross the left leg over the right. And if you feel you can go further, you can bring that foot under and twist the legs up and take a few breaths here. Gazing past the hands, so the hands are going to be a little blurry. And take one more breath here. And then go ahead and unravel the legs. Unwrap the arms. Shake the arms out a little bit before we make it to the other side. Inhale, swoop the arms up. Bend at the elbows. This time as we exhale, the left arm is going over the right. Twist the arms up. And if you want to add the legs, you can add the legs. Right leg over the left. Be sure the elbows are up, hands are away from the face, shoulder blades are being drawn together and down towards the tailbone. And just have a soft gaze here. Take a few breaths. Notice where your mind is. Are you in this yoga pose or are you writing your to-do list? Just bring the mind back gently. Take another breath here. As you exhale, unravel the legs slowly. Unravel the arms. Good, shake them out. And we're just gonna finish up here with some arm stretches and circling of the wrists. So inhale, reach the arms up. Grab the left wrist with the right hand. I guess maybe you can't see me on the camera there. Lean to the right. And then we'll do the other side. So grab the right wrist with the left hand, lean to the left. And then we're going to bring the arms down to the sides and just circle the wrists. So this is good for just as a nerve cleanse, I've heard it called, just kind of lubing up the joints. Go in circles in both ways. The less we use our body, that's how we get arthritis. The moisture in our joints leave. That's why we do the warming up of the spine. And we can also do it with the ankles. So go ahead and bring your hands to the lap. You're at the edge of your chair. You're going to have to use your stomach muscles for this. Lift the right foot and just circle the ankle. Clockwise, then counterclockwise. And then bring that foot back down. Lift the left foot. Circle the ankle a few times to the right and then to the left. And then bring that left foot down. And we're just going to go ahead and do a Shavasana here. So even in our chair, we can do Shavasana. You can sit back in the chair a little bit, but we still want to be sitting up nice and straight. So tilt the pelvis forward. It might help if you have a pillow behind you, you can do that. Or just lean away from the back of the chair. Hands are going to be placed on the lap. You can have them palms down, palms up, or you can cup the hands like this. Close the eyes. And we're going to take 3 really good deep breaths here. So in and out through the nose. Breathe in real deep. And then exhale. Again, inhale. And as you exhale, feel any leftover tension or stress floating around in the body and allow it to leave the body with your exhalation. One more time. Breathing in nice and deep, and then exhaling, feeling all that stress melt away. And begin to relax the muscles in the face. Softening the eyebrows and the space between the eyebrows. Softening the corners of the eyes. Soften the mouth and release the tongue away from the roof of the mouth. Feeling the jaw unhinge. Feel as though the neck is floating away from the shoulders. Feeling a softness running from the shoulders into the shoulder blades, down through the arms, creating space in the joints, all the way out through the fingertips. Feel that softness travel down the spine, creating space between each vertebra, all the way down to the pelvis. Feeling the upper legs soften, creating space in the knees. Softening the calf muscles and the ankles, the arches of the feet, and all the way out through the toes. And just giving yourself permission to stay here and be relaxed, just for a moment. No one else to take care of right now except for you. Allowing the breath to come and go on its own. Begin to allow your breath, your inhalations to deepen. Starting to move the fingers and the toes. And then very slightly and slowly open the eyes, just blinking them open. And I want to thank you for practicing with me today. Namaste.